Hi friends, I'm Gina. I'm a wife and mother of 2 children, and this is my channel full of grace stitches. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me today. I share weekly episodes of my works in progress, finished objects, news, your questions, comments, and more. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the creative fun. Stay tuned for later on this episode because I have acquired some new yarn. Yay! So excited to share that with you. And we've got quite a bit of projects to share also that are all in progress. So I'd like to go ahead and get started now. So go ahead and grab your project, whatever you're working on, get cozy, grab your favorite beverage. Let's get started. Okay, so it's been a while since I've posted an update with you all, and I've missed you so much. The summer just kind of flew by. We had quite a bit of activity this summer, so it's really been tricky to make episodes, but I've got a little bit of quiet time right now. Let's go ahead and check out these projects. The first project that I'd like to share with you today is my granny stripe blanket. It has grown quite a bit. This is the project that I've been sharing with you. I believe I shared it in my last episode. Maybe it was just like in the beginning stages. And this project is just a traditional granny stripe blanket. And I'm using the Caron Cotton Cakes yarn in the color High Tide. And Caron, I think it's Ripple Cakes, in the colorway Yacht Club. So that's how you're getting to see all this variation in colors. This is what the skein looks like. So it's a nice color variation here in this skein, and that's the High Tide color, and this is Caron Cotton Cakes. And this is Caron Blossom Cakes, actually. It's Caron Blossom Cakes. There's not much left in the skein, actually, but it has a slight variation as well. And this colorway is called Yacht Club. Both are a size 4 weight, worsted weight cotton yarn. Let me see. Yep, they're both size 4. So I'm excited because I feel like I've really made progress. I mean, really, I haven't made a new video since I think it was like close to the end of July was my last episode. So it's been quite a while. So I'm just excited to get this out here and to share with you how big it's gotten. Here, I'll stand up. So I'm excited about this one. Those colors are perfect for my son's room as well, so I cannot wait to continue working on this and get it finished, and then he can use it in his room. He's already seen it. He's excited, so I'm excited to finally get that done eventually, hopefully soon. This really feels like it's moving along quite quickly. I'm using a size 6, I think it's a 6.5 millimeter hook. The Clover Amour hooks, of course, those are my favorite. So we'll move on to the next project. The next project I'd like to share with you is a sock project that you've actually seen already. I've made quite some progress, but I put it down because I got excited about a different sock project, which I will share with you next. This is using a self-striping yarn. It is the Patton's Crochet sock yarn in the colorway, I think it's Midnight Orchid. And this is just a standard vanilla sock pattern that I'm following. It's the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla sock pattern. So I think I haven't really touched this, I don't think, since the last episode. So it's kind of in the same state as it was back in July. But like I said, I got really excited about a different sock project that I ended up working on instead. So the new project that you haven't seen yet is a Shortie sock pattern. I mentioned it in my last episode. It's a pattern by Summer Lee Knits, or maybe it's Summer Lee Designs. Summer Lee, she's the designer of this pattern, and it's a Shortie Socks pattern. And I bought the pattern as a set of, it had like 4 or 5 different sock variations, Shortie Socks. And this one has got the ruffle edge. So I'm excited. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely something fun that I'm just getting used to knitting again. And you know, it's really taken some time. I thought, wow, if I start a shorty sock, I'll be done with it soon. And I'm still on the first one, and we're almost to the toe. It won't be too much longer, and I'll be working on the toe decreases. This yarn is actually by Universal Yarns. It's the Uni Merino Mini yarn. This is what it looks like in the skein. This is the color Romance, and this is a new yarn acquisition that I got. We went to Connecticut at the end of July, just after I had recorded that last episode, and I believe I mentioned I had ordered some yarn, and this was one of the yarns that I ordered so that I could do the shorty sock. And so I started the shorty sock when we went to Connecticut on the plane, because I wanted to bring a light knitting project that I could work on while we were there. The other crochet project right now is the granny stripe blanket, and that's just too big to bring for travel. So I wanted something light and easy that I could fit in a cute little drawstring bag. This is like a Christmas bag, actually. It was actually like a gift bag or something. It's not really for yarn, but I thought it's the perfect size. It's not too big, and it can fit these little mini skeins in them. This yarn is, like I said, it's the Uni Merino Mini, and it's a sock yarn. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is a size 1 fingering weight. I bought 4 skeins because I thought maybe I would need 2 for one pair, or I could try to do 2 pairs with 4 skeins, so one skein each, but we'll see. I'm almost running out of the first skein on this one shorty sock, so we'll see what happens. I'm crocheting this on I believe this is a 2.5 millimeter Addy circular needle. I believe it's a 32 millimeter or 32 inch cord. So that is my new sock project, and I'm going to continue to make more socks. I am excited, but you know, I really need to get into a groove where I can knit and crochet faster. Crochet for me is easy. It seems like it's a little bit faster for me. Knitting is taking me a little bit longer. I have to really kind of focus. Even on a simple stockinette, I feel like I'm not quite there yet where I can, like, you know, watch TV as I'm knitting. I used to be able to watch something on the TV or on, like, at the movies, and I could just knit away and not be really looking, but I feel like I'm still not really there yet. But hopefully I'll be able to gain that skill again, and be able to knit faster. I am doing kind of more of Norwegian style knitting. If you've looked into that at all, I know there are some tutorials out there, but if you just look into Norwegian knitting style tutorials, I'm sure you could find something on YouTube. But what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to be like for continental knitting. It allows you to, it's almost like more comfortable for people that are also crocheters, because you're kind of holding your yarn closer to your needle, and it's more smaller movements than kind of wrapping with bigger movements. So I'm kind of practicing that too. It's fun to, like, kind of work on my technique as I'm going. I do have one more project that I'm going to grab and share with you. One second. So last but not least is my temperature blanket. You have not seen this in a while, and I was planning to share this at the end of July and then again at the end of August, and now we are already mid-September, and I have yet to share that update with you. So I thought this would be the episode that I would do that, since I have been behind by 2 months of updates. So let me show you what we're working with here. So here's where we are. This marker indicates where we were back in, I guess June was probably the last time. End of June was probably the last time you saw this. But my oh my, it was hot this summer. So the yellow indicates 80s, and this orangey peachy color is 90s and above. And then there is a little pink there that was for 70s. But wow, we didn't really get much relief. And so some of that was just it's so hot out that, you know, it was hard to get out with the kids. It was really hard to get them out of the house because it was just so brutally hot. Even just if we were going somewhere, you know, getting them in and out of the car was just hot. So, you know, we made do with it. We made it work, but my oh my, it was very, very hot this summer. So you can see, wow, very, very hot. I think here in the I'm in the Midwest in the United States, and I think we had days where it felt like it was almost 110 with like the humidity and everything. So that was very hot. And actually it was so hot some of the days and so humid, like 100% humidity, that our windows were actually fogged over and we couldn't see outside because it was that foggy. I'm sure that other people experience this as well. I heard now that over on the East Coast, they're experiencing some heat as well. So I hope that you all are staying cool over there. What are you working on? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you. So I do actually also have a finished object that you saw the tail end of it in the last episode, and all I needed to do was adding the buttons on that Meadow Romper for my daughter. So I'll insert a picture of what that looks like too, because I did finish it and I don't actually have it with me. I forgot to grab it. It's actually hanging up in her closet and she's taking a nap right now. So I did not want to pull that out, but I will insert a picture of what that looks like too. So you can all see it, because I know that a lot of you were probably anxious to see what that looks like. So I will be sure to share that as well. So as for future projects, there are a couple on my radar that I've already picked up yarn for, and I am wanting to get started. And I know that I've said that in a couple of other episodes in the past, like I've got the yarn and I really want to start this. I think last episode I had mentioned knitting the Streamline tank by Two of Wands. And yes, I do have the yarn for that, but no, I did not actually get that started. So I think what I might do is I might put that up in my queue for next spring maybe, because now I feel like we're getting into more of the fall season coming up and I don't want to start a tank top. I just don't. So I think what I'm going to do is just maybe put that on the shelf for the future and, you know, make a note that that yarn will be hopefully used for making that tank. But I think I'm just gonna move on from tanks at this time because we are at the end of the summer and we're getting now into fall. So there is a top that it's a short sleeve, or it could be made into a sweater. But I think I would do the short sleeve one, and I can always, you know, layer that with other pieces, but it's very, very popular. I've heard of people actually knitting it in like 3 days. And I'm just thinking to myself, wow, that is so fast. Like I can't even get a pair of socks done. I mean, I can't even imagine finishing it in 3 days. But and they've also said this is my third one of these from this pattern. So I wanted to jump on the train too because it's such a lovely pattern. It's called the Ranunculus, and I'm sure that all of you have. Most of you, many of you have heard of this pattern already. It's a knitted top. It's really pretty. I'll be sure to insert some images of it. And I'll also put a note of who the designer is. I can't think of it at the top of my head right now. Midori something maybe. I will be sure to note who the designer is as well. I just can't think of it off the top of my head at this time. So I'm planning to hopefully start that, and let's see if I can get that done and like actually fulfill my wishes. And then we'll see. Hopefully this will keep me accountable too. And I think I actually have yarn for that also. I have yarn for it, but actually I forgot to bring it down. So I might just, if I can take a picture of it, I'll try to take a picture. I think it was a Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee bamboo cotton blend. I think that's what it was, but I can't remember the name of it. Bambootiful or something, something like that. I'll note it here in post when I'm editing. I do have some new yarn too that I want to show you today also. So let's get started with that. So when I ordered that Universal Uni Merino yarn, sock yarn for my Shortie Socks, I also picked up a couple of two other skeins of yarn during that shopping trip as well. These are pretty, and I think I might actually make socks with these in the future, so I'm going to just keep those aside for future sock projects. There's some sock patterns by Sari Knits. She has some really beautiful knitted socks. They have very beautiful motifs and lace patterns and things. So I think if I start in a sock, that would be a great way to experiment with those kinds of stitches. So this is the first yarn that I picked up, and it's by Heritage, or it's Cascade Yarns. It's their Heritage line, and it's a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. And I believe the colorway is called tutu, which makes sense. It's like a ballerina tutu. So it's very lovely. And it feels very nice and high quality too, which I'm excited about. So that's one. The other one that I picked up during that shopping trip, it's by Valley Yarns. It's the line is called Charlemont. And this is a little bit different. This is a 60% fine superwash merino wool, 20% mulberry silk, and 20% polyamide. Let me know if you've ever made anything with this, knitted or crochet, if you've ever used this yarn. I've not used these fibers, mulberry silk or polyamide, but let me know if you've ever knitted or crocheted anything with this yarn. And also, how does it hold up? I hear silk is, very high quality, and it can last a long time. And it's also breathable too. So yeah, I'm excited. I think I want to make socks with these as well. However, I've never made socks with silk yarn before, or with a silk, with partial silk in there. So let me know if you have and how that worked out for you. So last but not least, there is a few more yarn that I picked up from a separate shopping trip, a couple more recently than the first one. And it was a big paint box sale that was going on lovecrafts.com. And I picked up a few different little sample packs. They offer multicolored sampler packs for the paint box cotton DK. And so I was thinking that with these, I could make the Battenberg blanket, because I've been eyeing that blanket for so long, and I was waiting for the right yarn, and I didn't want it to be a hodgepodge of different yarns. I wanted it to all kind of be from the same line so that it would feel kind of more uniform, because I have like a hodgepodge of scrap yarn, and I don't know what size it is. I don't know the fiber content completely. I don't know the care instructions. They're just balled up yarn scraps that I just don't want to mix them all together, because I just feel like I've seen other people do that, and maybe when they went to wash it, they had some unexpected results, and this is a very big project with lots of little squares, and I just don't want to like risk it getting messed up, because I want to be able to love on my items for a long time and wash them and care for them and keep using them for a long time, because it's a lot of work that goes into creating these things. So I just really want to ensure that I can use it and that it'll all be the same when you wash it. So I picked up a few different packs, and I'll show you all the colors. And I just think that they will all look pretty together. It's a lot of different colors here. These are all from, like I said, the Paint Box Yarns Cotton DK. So this is the colorway Blush Pink. And of course we start with pink because that's my favorite. This is Slate Green. there's a lot, so feel free to skip if you're not interested in this. But raspberry pink, pistachio green, tea rose. This is so pretty. This is dusty lilac. Pale lilac. Dusty rose. Ballet pink. Is that coming through? Okay, I think it's coming through. That's kind of more the lighter one. Duck egg blue. Washed teal. And dolphin blue. Oh, and there's another one. There's a gray here. Misty gray. So those are the colors that I would use for the blanket. And I think I'm set with all the, because I know that in the pattern she calls them the colorful squares versus the neutral squares. And so for the neutral squares, I still need to get the yarn for that. One of the sampler packs that I got included this color that I think I will use as the neutral squares, and this is light champagne. And so I just need to wait. I'm gonna wait for another sale and pick up, I don't know if I need the 5 or the 10 pack, maybe the 10 pack of that neutral. So I think, yeah, I think that would offer me enough to make the blanket. And I don't know if I'll make it the exact same size as the one that's listed in the pattern. It's pretty large. I think it like fits over like a whole bed. I think what I can do is I can actually start making the smaller squares soon and get all those done, because I think that's what she calls for in the pattern too. Yeah, so I'll start with the colorful squares first, and then you kind of join them as you go with the neutral squares. So whatever color is your neutral color. So yeah, so this will allow me to start that whenever I get the opportunity to. I think once I finish this other blanket for my son, then that would leave me an opening for a new project. So it'll be that or the Ranunculus top as well. Yeah, it's been good. We've been super busy, and school's back in session now. So George is back in preschool, and Grace is just running around. She's all over the house. It's very, very busy. And she's a sweetheart. They both are. It's so sweet. It's really been keeping me busy. I do my projects at night mostly while I'm watching TV with my husband, and yeah, it's been a busy time. I'm so glad that I could take this quick little moment and give you guys an update, because I missed hearing from you, and I'm just really excited that I've had lots to share with you today. Next, I want to go into your comments and questions. The first comment comes from Sandara Moore. She says, the romper for your daughter is adorable. You did a great job. Love the stitch details, and it's so dainty. The blanket colors for your son's blanket are beautiful, very calming and soft. I finished a baby boy blanket, working on a baby girl blanket. Also finishing up a summer top for myself. Working on several afghans for seniors and for the fall and winter months. Stay safe and be blessed. Thank you, Sandara. Thank you so much. The romper was a fun project, and the blanket is coming along great as well. And your project sounds so lovely, and it's really nice to make something for others. I love that. That's so nice to give back to others. The next comment comes from Purple Unicorn. I bought 2 9-inch circular needles and cast on both socks. I get both cuffs done and then finish one. It has helped me so much with finishing both of the socks. Wow, that is such a great tip. I thought about doing this with my latest Shortie Socks pair. However, I got too excited to start that I didn't want to worry with managing 2 separate skeins of yarn at a time. I think I will try this for the next socks I knit. I really want to feel like I'm making more progress. I feel like I'm moving along so slowly, even with the Shortie Socks. The next comment comes from Therese, and she says, I do miss your episodes. Good things are worth waiting for though. Oh. Keeping your hands and eyes on your little ones is your priority. My young grandkids from 2 of our sons and wives are 7, 6, 4, and 3. When they visit, it's very busy and exciting. The youngest one from a son and wife in a nearby state will be 7 months soon. We will visit them in September and November. Best wishes, Gina, to you and yours, Therese. Thank you, Therese, and I feel so grateful that you had shared those nice things with me, and I do miss connecting with you all as well. And you are so blessed to have all that wonderful family that you can spend time with, and that is something that you can really cherish. Do you have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you and sharing your comments and questions. That's it for today, my friends. That's it for today's episode. Thanks again for watching my video. It's been great visiting with you. Anything that I've talked about will be linked down below. Please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you know of anyone who might be interested in this content, please be sure to share this video with them. I appreciate you all. I love hearing from you and connecting with you here on YouTube. I will be back soon with another video. Thank you. Bye.